Hi everyone, my name is Mark Deere and this is my 65th video out of 100 that I'm making in 100 days to share my process while I work on my feature-length documentary, Confessions of a Failed Filmmaker. The documentary is all about how it's been 20 years this year since I made my first feature-length independent movie. So yeah, in 2005, my wife Candice and I, we made a feature film. It was called Maribor ... It was just a teen film. And since then we've made a couple other feature films, and yeah, I've spent my life loving film, the medium of film. For the last 10 years, I've worked as a teacher. And for the last couple of months, I've been on long service leave from work, so paid leave from work, because I've done 10 years. For 11 years before that, I used to work in advertising, making TV ads and corporate videos, doing video work. So I've worked doing video stuff. I did a master's degree in film. And for the last 10 years, I've been a film teacher. And today is a momentous day, 65 videos into sharing my process about the documentary, because I sent an email today that is going to probably change my life. Now, because I'm on long service leave, I've been in this town for 3 years, right? I did a transfer where you go for 3 years, and then at the end of 3 years, you're allowed to go back to where you came from. And before I was in Queensland, I'm in Queensland, the state of Queensland, and I was in Brisbane, and so I'm allowed to go back to Brisbane. So as part of the kind of transfer process, I got offered a job at a school in Brisbane for next year. And the email I sent was to that school to say, I don't think I'm going to take the job for next year. I've also booked movers and I know I'm moving to Brisbane next year. So basically what this means is next year, I'm not going to be a full-time film teacher. I'll probably still do substitute teaching and maybe I'll look around and what else is happening in Brisbane once I get there. But it's pretty momentous because I'm leaving this town. I'm going to a city where there's a lot more happening and it's definitely going to be more possible for me to make films. And if I'm not teaching full-time, what's the plan? What am I going to do? Now, I've thought about this a lot, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start making courses. I'm going to bring people together and make a course that will show people how they can make films, how they can, the thing that I've loved doing for the last 20 years, I can help people to do when they've never done it before. So yeah, so basically my plan is, I see parents all the time and they have kids and like they'll take footage of their kids, but to be able to do an activity where you can, like, with your kids, make something with a story. Like, I've been doing it with my kids since they were born, and I kind of took it for granted, but doing the documentary, reflecting on all the footage I've made over the last 20 years, I realized that working on narrative films with your family and friends is just the greatest thing ever. And I'm hoping that I can share that with more people. That's my plan. I've taught thousands of students in the classroom, and it's been amazing introducing people who never thought they could make a film to the process of expressing themselves and creating meaning through the medium of film. And I think having done that for 10 years now, I kind of want to share it with more people. And I know I can have a massive impact by doing this, but I can't do it if I'm working full-time in the classroom. So I had to make the decision, and it was a very difficult email to send. Basically, you know, it's like a guaranteed full-time wage where you get things like paid long service leave and sick leave. And stepping down from that, at least for a year, because I have a year of leave while I move city. So it's like I'm still sort of have my position, but effectively, because I'm not going to be working full-time next year, I'll just do relief teaching or whatever to pay my bills. Yeah, my goal is to make narrative films. So at the end of the 100 days, I think basically what I'm going to be doing is starting making narrative films. It's like I did 20 years or 21 years, 11 years in doing film stuff and then 10 years doing teaching, where I was kind of doing something else to pay the bills. And it was never going to Hollywood that was my main goal. Anyone who's seen my other videos knows this. But making films with my friends, I've always said if I had $1 billion, I'd make a movie, like a feature film, every year with my friends. And I haven't made a lot of short films, so I think next year, to get me back in the process of narrative work, I'm going to make some short films myself. I've helped thousands of students do it. It's time for me to start doing it. And I want to build a community who are doing the same thing, and I can support them in doing the same thing. That's my goal. I've already, on my website, got a newsletter you can sign up for, and I'm going to send newsletters weekly moving into next year if I don't continue doing daily videos. Like, I think I might. I'm going to try. I won't say it's 100 videos in 100 days like I've done while I've been working on the documentary, but I still want to share my process. And I don't know the format it'll take on next year, but I know if you go to my website, it's just markdeary.com, and sign up for my newsletter, then you'll always know what I'm doing. So you can be in the loop, get into that. That's going to be great. But I'm excited, man. It's like, I enjoyed teaching. I love my students, and it's being able to talk about film all day. What a gift, you know, it's been beautiful. And it's not to say I'll never do it again, but I'm at a point where I've had this bit of a break, and I realize the most important thing in my life to me is my wife, my kids, and making movies. And if I can do that, like if I can do that every day, all day, and help other people learn how amazing it is and how enriching of their lives it can be, I just think that's a gift. That's a gift. And I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth. I don't want to say no to something where I can see this dream able to be lived. The only thing stopping me doing it is deciding, okay, next year I'm not going to work full time as a teacher. So it's scary, but man, it's so exciting and I'm feeling really good right now. So I sent the email today at, I don't know when it was, about 11 o'clock. And now the time is, it's 6 p.m. So we're in Australia, you know, it's still daytime on the 3rd of December. So yeah, it's exciting. My long service leave goes until February and then, I don't know, I'll figure out how it goes. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have for now. It's really exciting news and I'll continue to share as I learn more or figure out what I'm going to do. But that decision was a big decision. And, you know, you talk about it. I did film for 11 years. I did teaching for 10 years. Those were huge decisions that affected decades of my life. And I think this is the next decade of my life. So 43, when I'm 53, let's hope I've done 10 years of narrative filmmaking and helping others learn to make films. Because that, right now, I can't think of anything I'd rather do. Like, make more movies with my kids, definitely. Make more work with Candice, creative work with Candice, my wife. Oh my God, that's all I want to do. Spend more time with my friends and family, absolutely. Like, I just think it's the right decision. And now that I've kind of realized that I could do it, I'm more excited than I've ever been. I just can't believe I didn't do it sooner. So yeah, if you're coming along with the ride, this is huge. This is people living their lives and have those days where everything changes. And this is that day for me. So yeah, I'm not going to be working in that job next year. Who knows if I ever teach film again. Maybe I'll be like, I miss film and I want to go back to it after 3 weeks. I don't know, but we'll see how it all plays out next year and in the future. So yeah, it's been really weird for me to share so much, like being on camera. I've talked about this in other videos that I feel like an idiot, you know, making videos. And I've gotten a bit more comfortable on camera, but it's still odd to, I don't know, like I guess I don't usually live, everything I do is intentional, but I guess having to articulate what you do and why you do it, it's been really interesting, and yeah, I hope it's been helpful to you guys. I don't know in what way it would be, but yeah, I've enjoyed sharing my process, and I'm excited about the documentary. Like, just getting the documentary done is going to be amazing, and making short films next year, sharing short films next year, that's going to be really exciting. And yeah, I'm especially excited about helping, you know, families and groups of friends make films together. That is going to be awesome. I'm so excited about it. So if you want to get in the loop with what I'm doing, go to my email, sign up for my email list on my website, markdeary.com. You'll see the sign up form, just put in your first name and your email address, and you'll get my newsletter every week. And that's where I'm going to share what I'm doing and my thinking moving forwards after the next, well, today's the 3rd of December, I'm going to the 31st of December. So it's funny, it's the 65th video, but I'm a few videos behind, so I'll bank a few more up over the next couple of days. All right, I think the sun's going down, so, you know, sun setting, being a full-time teacher, it's crazy to think I might never be in a film classroom again. It's still sinking into me, and I don't think it was the wrong decision. This is very fresh, and I've talked about it with Kenny. We're excited. It's exciting. So, yeah, guys, I'll keep you in the loop, but thanks for all the support I've gotten so far. Everyone who's commented and subscribed, I've really appreciated it. And man, is it that the journey's only beginning, or is the journey only beginning? I'm so excited to see where I am in 12 months' time, you know? It's going to, even 34 more videos time. It's just so exciting. I don't know how it's going to go, but it's going to be interesting. I'm loving that you're coming along for the ride. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.